Our next guest believes that local food matters. It connects people to the land and ultimately helps communities thrive. She wrote the book Connecticut Farmer and Feast. That's a new cookbook featuring local farmers and producers and recipes featuring their specialty food. Welcome, Emily Brooks. It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you.
So the goal here is to eat locally, make locally grown recipes, that type of thing?
It is. We want to keep as much of our money in our local economy as possible.
Okay.
And we have great food grown all around us in the state of Connecticut. You can't complain.
And when you say locally, what about the radius? What do you think?
Some people say 30, some say 50. In Connecticut, I think 100 miles is good. You know, that's Albany, Vermont, New Hampshire, Mass, kind of that. We're good.
Okay.
Because we're little.
That's true. Well, let's get started. We're having dessert today.
We are. We're going to make a strawberry raspberry pie that I named after Pumpkin Paul's farm. So the recipe's really simple.
Okay.
Graham cracker crust, which I'm going to have you play with. We're going to puree some strawberries and raspberries. We're going to put sauce on others, and we're just going to combine them all and chill them.
So seems like a piece of cake. A piece of pie, perhaps.
This is graham cracker crust, and I put a whole bunch of butter.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. Okay.
Wonderful. So what I'm going to have you do is just
my hands are clean.
Throw that.
Is this just going to? Oh, okay. Dump it.
And then press it all up into the sides.
All right.
And then while you're doing that, I'm going to do the wonderful thing of making noise. So hang on a second.
You're pureeing the strawberries, right? Now, how many strawberries and raspberries are in there?
4 cups.
4 cups.
So there's
of
6
each,
cups. 6 cups total.
Okay.
Between the two, and if you have more of one than the other,
that's a great combination. You can't go wrong with strawberry and raspberry.
No. Right? Especially at cocktail hour.
I'm right with you there.
So this is super simple. We're just going to cook this for about 30 seconds, and when it comes to a boil, then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch.
Okay.
And it thickens right up.
Emily, how did I do with this? Oh, we probably didn't want a hole on the bottom, did we?
Actually, that's fine, because this will form into a gel.
And nothing will drip out.
Right.
Okay, good. Glad I can help.
Beautiful. Sous chef du jour. Would you like a towel for your hands?
Sure, thank you very much. All right, so we're heating this up.
We're going to heat this up. And then in this saucepan, I have oranges and wonderful local maple syrup from Sweet Wind Farm.
Okay.
And we are just going to heat this up, maybe. I'm having stove issues.
There you go.
There we go. And it doesn't take very long. We essentially want to reduce this by half, and we're going to toss it over our strawberries and raspberries.
Lovely. And this is the season for these, correct?
Perfect. Strawberries are just coming out now. So these are from Killam and Bissett Farmstead in South Glastonbury, and everybody else is just popping this week, especially with this hot.
Great. So now's the time to make the pie.
It is. And actually, I'm going to do a Rachel Ray. Ready?
Yeah? Okay. Sure. Go ahead. Is this the made-for-TV part?
This is the made-for-TV. Dun, da, 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 da.
Wow, beautiful. All right.
So here is our, you can see that this is what the strawberries and raspberries look like after they're chilled a little bit.
And this is the sauce we're going to put right on the strawberries.
Just pour that right over.
And I notice you have fresh orange juice that you're using.
I do.
We're squeezing it, right?
I'm a fan of using as much fresh as possible. First of all, it tastes better. Second of all, there's more nutrition in fresh.
Good.
And it's not quite so acidic. So essentially what we do is just spoon that.
Now, does this have to sit, or it doesn't have to bake either, does it?
It does not have to bake.
This is a no-bake recipe.
The crust you might want to heat up in the oven. I think the recipe calls for like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Just to kind of set the butter together. But other than that, the strawberries and raspberries will set in the refrigerator when it's cold, like that.
Great. And this is it? Then you're done?
This is it.
Wow, that is a piece of cake.
And it won't, I'd say you could just wrap it back up when you're done and put it back in the fridge and eat it for a week, but it's not one of those things that lasts in my house.
Wow, I would assume as well. You could have this done in about 3 minutes, couldn't you? Just make sure everything's pureed and ready to go. Let me ask you about the cookbook. What was it like traveling around the state?
It was wonderful. First of all, I got to travel all of these back roads with my GPS, and I've been in Connecticut 7 years, so it was a great way for me to get out and see places that I don't see. You know, when you're busy and you're commuting places you don't.
Sure, but this is kind of like your job, so you had a great excuse.
I did.
Fantastic.
I met the most wonderful people as well. We are so, so fortunate to have open, kind, honest, hardworking farmers. And I'd recommend just grabbing a map, the Connecticut farm map, or grabbing the book and just actually getting out to meet people because
Sure,
you will
make an
not
adventure out of this. You could eat local and have a fun time.
You can.
All right, well, terrific. Can you stick around to the end of the show?
Absolutely.
Very good, because I know we're all going to want to give this a shot.
We are indeed.
You could find the